Stepforward, helping stepfamilies flourish, a program of Schneider Family Services. First, let's take a look at the modern stepfamily. 1,300 new stepfamilies are formed every day. 50% of the 60 million children under the age of 13 currently live with one biological parent and that parent's current partner. Here are 6 sobering statistics about stepfamilies. Number 1. Over 50% of U.S. families are remarried or recoupled. Number 2. The average marriage in America lasts only 7 years. Number 3. 1 out of 2 marriages ends in divorce. Number 4. 75% of those who divorce eventually marry again. Number 5. 66% of those living together or remarried break up when children are involved. Number 6. In 80% of remarried or recoupled partners with children, both have careers. Americans marry, divorce, and cohabit more than any Western society. They also start and stop relationships more quickly. Children living with 2 married parents in the U.S. have a higher risk of experiencing a family breakup than do children living with 2 unmarried parents in Sweden. 10% of women in the U.S. have had 3 or more marriages, divorces, or cohabiting partners by age 35. The next highest industrialized nation is Sweden at 4.5%. By age 15, 29% of U.S. children experience 2 or more mother partnerships, either marriage or cohabitation. The more parental partnerships, transitions in and out of couple relationships that children experience, the lower their overall emotional, psychological, and academic well-being. The well-being of children goes down as the number of marital transitions, remarriage, cohabitation, goes up. There are differences between racial groups. A 2009 report, based on 2002 data by the National Center for Health Statistics, revealed that 40% of babies in America were born to an unwed mother. 70% of African American children are born out of wedlock. Children need fathers. Fatherless children are 5 times more likely to commit suicide, 32 times more likely to run away, 20 times more likely to have behavioral disorders, 14 times more likely to commit rape, 9 times more likely to drop out of school, 10 times more likely to abuse drugs and alcohol, and 20 times more likely to end up in prison. African Americans may adjust to stepfamily living more easily. In general, family boundaries in African American families are less rigid and more fluid than those of whites. Throughout U.S. history, black families have included fictive kin, people with no biological or legal tie to the family who are nevertheless considered family members. Given this cultural history, welcoming and bonding with new stepfamily members may be less intrusive and easier than in white families. All stepfamilies are born of loss. The kids have lost control, contact with parent, and security. The biological parent has lost their former relationship, status, and stability, and the stepparent has lost privacy, freedom, and intimacy with partner. Here are 6 myths about stepfamilies. Number 1. Stepfamilies should work like nuclear families. Number 2. Stepparents are cruel and insensitive. Number 3. A stepfamily is created instantly. Number 4. All stepfamily members should and will love one another. Number 5. Stepfamilies formed after a death have fewer problems than those formed after a divorce. Number 6. Part-time stepfamilies have it easier than full-time stepfamilies. Here are Dr. Gina's 10 non-negotiable rules for healthy stepfamily life. Number 1, never badmouth, criticize, ridicule, or blame your ex-spouse or ex-partner or your spouse's former partner in front of children or within earshot of children. This includes eye-rolling, sneering, and other nonverbal gestures that signify a lack of respect for the child's other parent. Number 2, never argue in front of the children about child-rearing issues. Children feel anxious, guilty, responsible, and depressed when they are the topic of arguments. Number 3, always recognize good, responsible behavior and progress in the family. Don't give backhanded compliments such as, "Thanks for finally emptying the trash." Instead, say, "Thank you for your help." Number 4, always admit when you have made a mistake and apologize. Taking responsibility sets a good example and shows that you are strong and in control. Number 5, always be more mature and emotionally stronger than the children in the family. Maturity and emotional strength are demonstrated by patience, self-discipline, and accountability. Number 6, always pay child support without expressing resentment. Children feel unloved, insecure, and like a burden when parents argue or litigate over child support. Number 7, always comply with child custody arrangements and visitations. If visitations are missed or fought over, children feel hurt, abandoned, anxious, depressed, and guilty. Number 8, never use your children as messengers between you and your former spouse. Children feel tense, anxious, and too powerful if they are in charge of information. Instead, communicate directly and politely with former spouse or partner. Number 9, never use hitting, name-calling, physical aggression, sarcasm, or emotional hostility to instill discipline. Hostility and aggression are contagious. Instead, teach, encourage, talk, remove privileges, offer rewards, and give timeouts. Number 10, always make regular dates with your current spouse for fun and romance. During these dates, do not discuss the children or family problems. Instead, make it time for fun and bonding. Remember, you are the foundation of the family. Here are some unconventional family groups. The playing house family consists of an unmarried couple cohabitating with children from former relationships. The lesbian, gay, or transgender couple, legally married or not. The children can be either biological or adopted from former straight or gay relationships. In the commune family, parenting is shared across biological lines. People are usually united by a religious or philosophical belief system. In the culture clash family, the blended family clashes with the religious and cultural values of the biological family. The defense mechanism of denial is common in stepfamilies. With role denial, parents might say, "These are my children," not stepchildren. With history denial, children might be told their step-parent is their biological parent. One example of emotional denial is when step-parents say, "I love my stepchildren like they're my own." Refusal to acknowledge the biological parent's role in the family is a particularly damaging form of denial. Denial signifies anxiety and shame. Chronic anxiety in stepfamilies makes them more prone to physical and emotional abuse, incest, anger control problems, and toxic triangles. The misguided step-parent tries to replace the absent parent, demands love and acceptance, insists feelings for stepchildren and biological children are the same, manages everyone else's relationships, assumes a peacemaker role, strives to be perfect, feels sorry for children of loss, insists on family unity. The successful step-parent recognizes the importance of non-custodial parents, acknowledges existing bonds between the new spouse and the children, allows time for relationships to develop, manages their own relationship with each child, understands family life cannot always be happy, possesses the courage to be imperfect, accepts grief and loss as part of life, lets go of the need for family unity. There are several stages of step-family life. The first stage is fantasy. This is a honeymoon period where everyone is hopeful and excited about the new family. Then the family enters the confusion stage. This is where there is confusion over the roles. Who is supposed to be the parent, and how are the children supposed to behave? During crazy time, many couples split up or have conflict, and family members argue and disagree. Some families don't make it past crazy time. If they hang in there, they can achieve stability. This is the time when everyone knows what's expected of them and feels a sense of peace. If they hang in there long enough, they can achieve the stage of commitment. This is where everyone in the family feels a sense of belonging, and the family has achieved the highest stage. Children in step-families often feel unconscious pressures. They feel burdened to act happy so parents don't feel they made a mistake. They feel expected to make up for failures of the parents, expected to feel as happy about the new relationship as the parents, a burden to always be on in order to impress the step-parent, often avoid conflict so as not to disturb the new fragile relationship. Often children are expected to thrive on neglect. How to create a positive family atmosphere. Give attention. Spend time alone with children and listen. Acceptance. Be sure to accept differences. Focus on strengths. Don't compare children with one another. Show appreciation. Put the spotlight on what is right and good in the family. Celebrate small successes. Show affection. Step-parents should express affection verbally first, until stepchild becomes comfortable with physical affection. Use "I like you" statements. Hope is healthy. Samuel Johnson once said, "Remarriage is the triumph of hope over experience." Set realistic goals. Celebrate small successes. Recognize that family cohesiveness takes time and hard work. Appreciate each family member as a special, separate, and unique individual. To find the references used in this presentation, as well as other informative literature, click on the Store button. Here are 4 websites that give very helpful information on how to have a happy and healthy step-family life. Thank you for listening to our presentation. We here at Schneider Family Services like to help families achieve harmony and stability. We do this through family counseling, through our Stepforward step parenting course, Manage Anger Daily classes, individual counseling. Please call or email us today. We'd love to hear from you.